Hey people, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Welcome to another episode of Albums Ranked. Today we are doing the one-man black metal USA project, Judas Iscariot. Let's be honest, who doesn't love a bit of one-man band black metal? If you're gonna listen to black metal, it's always good to know that it's a one-man band. One-man black metal is just such a good time, in my opinion. Burzum, Judas, Leviathan, Azasur, are they all one man? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's all good fun. Judas Iscariot are a band that I've been familiar with for the last few years, but I've never actually delved into their entire catalog. I'm very familiar with one album, which is my number one, but we're not going to talk about which one it is. We'll just find that out in a second. But yeah, if you're familiar with the band, please let me know down below what your number one is, and we'll have a conversation going as to why, who's better and who's right and who's wrong in terms of opinions. Yeah, there's only 5 albums, I think, 6 albums, sorry, to get through. I'm not including the Dethroned and Conquered EP. We're just doing the studio albums. So without further ado, I reckon we just get straight into it. Coming in for me at the bottom, number 6, I've gone for the debut. Surprise, surprise. A lot of people go with the debut of this one. It's very raw. It's very black metal. It's very one-man band. It's very basic. It's very rough. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is obviously like a home job type thing, but at the same time, that's kind of what the charm is about Judas Iscariot. You know, it's got some timid production in it. The drums sound a bit weird, but like there are songs that are still like, okay, I would jam this again, but I'm not rushing back to do it. Songs like Dan Below Judas I thought was an amazing song. Babylon was fun, don't get me wrong. Ye Blessed Creatures was a good time. Yeah, it is a fun album, but like I say, there are just some things that really hold it back, and yeah, it'd be the production and the way it sounds and all things like that. So yeah, number 6, the debut, The Cold Earth Slept Below. Number 5, I've got Of Great Eternity. Yeah, this has a lot longer of an album. Well, I say a lot longer. This one has a lot of longer songs on this album. This one is their 4th release from 2003. Hang on, when did this come out? 1999, sorry. And the thing with Judas Iscariot, you notice, is that they're not exactly dubbed like atmospheric black metal or whatever, but there are certain elements to them that make them kind of go under that umbrella. You know, like there's songs on here that are long, they are repetitive, they are hypnotic, but it's done intentionally. Do you know what I mean? So like the opening song, Heaven's Drop with Human Gore, it's 9 minutes long. The last song is Our Sons Shall Rule the Empire of the Sea. That's another 9 minutes too, and that's probably the best song on this album. It's really epic and just real, you know, it's just powerful stuff. It's powerful black metal. It's a good fun. I Filled with Woes, Passing Wind, then Mountains the Wanderer. You know, it is a fun album. Like I say, they're all fun, but there are just parts of different albums that make these ones go down the bottom. So yeah, I would listen to this one again, absolutely. But number 5, Of Great Eternity. Number 4, Distant in Solitary Night. I do prefer this album to the other one. I've seen a few people, you know, roast this one for, well, not roast, but you know, just knock it down a bit for the likes of like the last song. But honestly, I quite enjoy the last song. The last song's a 12-minute spoken word chant, you could say, and I think that's what gives it that edgy black metal-ness. Do you know what I mean? Like, to listen to the end. It's called Portions of Eternity, Too Great for the Eye of Man, and it's just, yeah, 12 minutes of spoken word. But I think it's pretty fun. It's like listening to a creepy audiobook. You know, I've got no problem with it. The Wind Stands Silent is cool. The second song, Where the Winter Beats Insistent, that's a 10.5-minute song. Yeah, so these later half albums have a few longer songs. The Clear Moon and the Glory of Darkness was cool. The Black Tower of Victory. Again, I've said it before, it's a fun album. Would I recommend it to someone? Absolutely. Judas Iscariot is just a fun band, and yeah, this one is no different, you know what I mean? There's still some really good stuff coming though. Like I say, this one was fun. If you don't like spoken word, like, you know, I've got time for it, a lot of people don't, so it might be funny as to why I've put this one in the middle. But yeah, number 4, Distant in Solitary Night. Number 3, this one was a bit hard because I was tossing between this one and what is number 2. For, like, you know, 3 and 2, flipping them back and forwards, we're trying to prefer more. But as of right now, where we sit in this current state and time, I've gone for number 3, The Sophomore, Thy Dying Light. This album was great, considering the difference between the debut and this one is quite amazing. Like, it's a massive step up in production. The songwriting got better. Like, it sounds more evil. Do you know what I mean? It was catchier, absolutely, and it was just really, really fun. Again, long songs kick off this album. We got an 8-minute song at the start. But Eternals beheld his vast forest. His eternal life, like a dream, was obliterated. That's 9 minutes also. Helpless it lay, like a worm in his frozen track. That's 10 minutes. It feels like a long album, like, again, repetitive, hypnotic, and it gives real atmospheric cold vibes. But this one was just catchy all over. Withering Upon the Wind of Mystic Philosophy and Dreams. It's like an Inquisition album at this point with the long titles and the melodic black metal stuff. But yeah, the way this one ends, I loved how this one ended. It was Arise, My Lord, Infernal Wisdom, which I'm thinking that must be what they say. It's a is it reversed? The vocal is reversed, and it just sounds real eerie, and it's just real sinister and black metal and evil, and it's just like, that's gangster. You've gotta love that. You know, it's just real, like, you know, Euronymous would have been proud type thing. But yeah, it's a fun album. Absolutely love this one. It's one of the better black metal albums I've ever heard. But yeah, it's only number 3. So number 3, Thy Dying Light. Number 2, Heaven in Flames. I was not prepared for how catchy this album is, considering it's black metal, you know? I was just like, wow, here we go. The riffs in this song, the first 3 songs, in my opinion, are just bang, smack, perfect. Like an Eternal Kingdom of Fire. Amazing riffs in that one. Gaze Upon Heaven in Flames, essentially the title track, that one's just glorious as well. And then the third one, Eternal Bliss, Eternal Death, the riffs in it are just so good and catchy. It was really, this is album 4, I think. 5? Is it 6 or 5 albums? Yeah, this is album 5, and every album's kind of gotten better. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I just said the debut was terrible, and the second album was a lot better. But yeah, this one and the one after it, obviously, is just such a step up. Judas Iscariot got better and better as time goes on. Before a Circle of Darkness, From Hateful Visions, An Ancient Starry Sky, just fantastic stuff. If you haven't heard this album, I really recommend you go listen to it. If you're in the mood for, you know, cold, catchy black metal, it's honestly so good. It's better than Inquisition, I reckon. But yeah, number 2. Sorry, my neighbour's just gone for a bike ride. Number 2, Heaven in Flames. Which means number 1 for me is the final album, To Embrace the Corpse's Bleeding. This one came out in 2002, and this was the final album. After that, Judas Iscariot packed it in and decided, yeah, nah, no more. I've been a fan, like I say, I've been familiar and a fan of this album for a very long time. I think 2018, 2019-ish. I heard Razorfist recommend this one on his top 6 black metal records, and the opening riff to with Lust and Murder for Our Drink, I was like, what is that? Just that insane trem-picked riff. I was like, good God, that's catchy. I love that. What is that? And one of his favorites I'll highly recommend is the track before it, In the Valley of Death, I Am Their King. It's a lot slower, it's a lot more epic, it's more, not ballady, but it's more, you know, powerful and triumphant and stuff. It's eerie, it's sinister, the vocals sound great, the guitars are buzz-filled, and, you know, the drums are just going. It's honestly so cool. But yeah, In the Valley of Death is a lot slower, it's a lot more, you know, anthemy, and then it like totally flips on its head and goes full black metal onslaught right in the middle of it. It's so good. But yeah, everything else is just as amazing. The opening track, I Awake to a Night of Pain and Carnage, you know, starts with very, very small amounts of rain and thunder, and then off we go. Bathed in clouds of blood, just epic stuff. Where eagles cry and vultures laugh, just good stuff. And then it ends as well, the final song, The Dead Burst Forth from Their Tombs, just amazing stuff. If you like repetitive, hypnotic, atmospheric at a stretch, you know, black metal, I highly recommend you go check this album out. It's good and it's amazing. I really need a physical copy of this. I don't care on what format, I just need one. So yeah, number 1 from me, the Judas Iscariot best album, is To Embrace the Corpse's Bleeding. Awesome as team, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I sit here and get increasingly more passionate about Judas Iscariot albums. Like I said at the start, let me know down below what your favorite album is. Are you on the defense of the debut? Are you just as in love with To Embrace the Corpses as much as I am? You know, let's get a conversation going and it'll be a good fun. Keep an eye out for the next video. I'm going to bust out a few right now while I've got the time. But until that happens, everybody, stay inside, stay safe, jam some Judas Iscariot, and I'll see you all in the next video. See you later.